Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Rotaract Pasindu Vijay Surya from the Rotaract Club of NSBM, and you all are here with the Road to A Plus initiative. And the goal of this is to help you all through the subject matter, which is going to help you all to get a better understanding of your subjects and to give a overall overview when you're all facing exams. So, when talking about today's lesson, we are going to go move on to chapter 4 in grade 9 mathematics, and chapter 4 will be percentages. So we will be directly moving on. Yes. So today's chapter is percentages. So as an overview, by studying this lesson, you will be able to calculate the profits earned, losses through sales, calculate the profit percentage and loss percentage, identifying what commissions and discounts are, performing calculations in relation to commissions and discounts. Yes. So when we are moving on, this is a brief introduction of what a profit is and what a loss is. So considering to give a brief idea of what a profit and loss is, profit is basically if you have a product, or consider it's a product as a service or anything, that let's basically consider a product. Imagine that you are having a phone, uh, and you bought the phone for rupees 10,000, and imagine you are able to sell the phone for around 12,000, and then you are selling it with a profit. So profit is the amount that you will have from the amount, when you subtract the amount that you bought it for and the amount that you're selling it for, that will be the profit. So if it's a positive value, if you are buying it for a price and you are selling it for a price which is higher than that, it will be a profit. Imagine you bought a phone for 10,000, and with the value, maybe after a year, maybe after a year, maybe after 2 years, you might sell it again because you might want to buy a new one. So at that time, you might have to sell it for around 8,000. So then you bought it for 10,000, you are selling it for 8,000, then there's a loss. So you had to spend something more, but when you are selling it, you're getting something less. So that will be a loss. That is basically what is considered as the the profit. Let me just adjust that. So profit, and then what is the loss? So if you can read through the description, it will be explained in a similar way. So basically, exactly, according, if the selling price is higher, if selling price is higher than the cost, it's a profit. If selling price is, like, if the cost is higher, like when you are buying the product initially, you're selling it for a lower price, then it's gonna be a loss. So exactly, then so when you are, anyway, if you're calculating whether it's a profit or a loss, it's always selling price subtract by the cost. So this is POL, profit or loss. So if its selling price is lower than the cost, then the answer will be negative value. Negative value means it will be a loss. If the selling price is higher and the cost is lower, then you will get a positive value, which will be a profit. So exactly. So you can, uh, it's either way. So if you're selling, if it's a loss, you could say cost minus selling price. It's the same. So if this is, you don't consider, even when it's a loss, means it's a negative value, but you can consider it as a positive when you are saying it in the terms of a loss. So you can say yes, loss equals cost subtracted by the selling price. It doesn't matter, but it's like for you to identify whether it's a profit or a loss, you can just consider it as. So if you are giving it in the term, so if it's given in the terms of how much is the actual gap, then you can say if it's a negative, it's a loss. But if you are telling it in the terms of a loss, you can say it as a positive figure. The loss is rupees 200, rupees 1000, whatever. And if it's a profit, you can just say it's anyway coming as a positive. You can just say it's like 1000, 2000, whatever the value it's coming. So I'll go with example one. You will be able to understand. It's very simple. I'll go with example two. So I will be doing all the questions. So if you all have any doubts, we'll be able to answer those. So when the buys a stock of 50 coconuts at the price of rupees 45 per coconut. If the vendor sells all the coconuts at rupees 60 per fruit, calculate his profit. So you can see that they have done it here. So basically, first of all, so there are 50 coconuts, and he's buying 45 coconuts, buying each coconut for rupees 45. So when you calculate 45 into 50, so that is the total amount he spent. Total he spent. So that is that here. So by the total money he spent means, yeah, the buying price of the total amount of coconuts. It is this. So it's 2,250. That's what they have gotten here. Then income. So if he sells each coconut he bought for rupees 45, if he's selling it for 60, so he's having a 15 rupee margin from each coconut, and then that is 60 into 50. So he uses 2,250 rupees to buy coconuts, and he sells it for 3,000. So this is the cost, this is the selling price. Then profits earned. So always in questions like this, better you write with statements. So it will be easier for you to navigate the question as well, and for you all to have a brief understanding. Even if you all have a spelling error, an error with the calculation, still you all might be able to get a few marks, because that you all have dropped in the steps and just made a small spelling error. It's not that you will get the full marks, definitely you won't, but you might be able to get 1 or 2 marks along the way. So here exactly the profits earned equals 3,000 minus 2,250 is 750 rupees. So method 2, yes, this is also one way you can find. This is one way. This is when you're calculating from the total stock prices, or you can actually do this. So this is one method. So imagine, so first selling price 60, buying price is 45, buying price, then profit per coconut is 15. Then so how many coconuts are there? No of coconuts is 50. Then you can say profits earned by selling 50 coconuts equals 50 into this 15 will also be 750. It's the same answer. It's like we are applying the same theory, but here you are taking it for a unit coconut, you are taking it for the whole stock. So this is pretty much going to be pretty much the same examples. So this is for a profit situation, this is for a loss situation, the same thing with 2 methods. Give me a second, there's a small technical error. Yes, sorry for that. Then we will be moving on to a bit of complicated sums. So here in a situation like this, they are talking about different products. So you have when to buy 60 kilograms of manioc for 50 rupees per kilogram. Initially sells 20 at, okay, this is the same product and selling different quantities for different prices. So then it's like pretty much you will have to separate the stock into the number. So here they say 60 kg, so is by itself 50. Then initially he sells 20 from 60 for 70 rupees. Then the remaining then 15 kilograms of that as for 60 rupees, then the 5 kilograms for 50 rupees again, and finally remaining 10 kilograms as 40. So when you so make sure that when you're calculating, all the 60 kilograms will be included in different sections and for the respective prices. So exactly, so 15 kilograms for that price, 5 kilograms for that respective price, 10 kilograms for that respective price. Then you get all the additions, then you get a specific number, then you check, they say 60 kilograms 50 per 50, 60 kilograms 50 rupees per kilogram, then you multiply 60 by 50 and you get 3000, and so 3000 is the cost that was acquired, and 2100 is actually the amount that they got. So in the sense, the amount that they got, in the sense, that is the cash incurred after selling. So when you consider the loss, you just put the uh, initial initial cost subtracted by the the income you gained, and it will be a loss of rupees 50. So we will be starting with the exercise 4.1. So I'll be filling random ones. Let's see. I'll just fill this. Okay, anyway. Purchasing at 500 and selling at 750. So purchasing amount is low, selling amount is high. Then what it is? I'll put just letter P so you see it's a profit. Then what is the profit? 750 minus 500 is 250. Here 1200 is the purchasing amount and selling for 1050. So this is definitely going to be a loss. You can see because selling price is lower than the production cost, exactly the price that you're purchasing it for. Then at that, so the loss will be rupees 150. So here, so now this is a tricky part that you go in the different direction. It's a small technical failure with my laptop. Just bear with me. Sorry about that. Yes. So yes. So when it comes to this, yes, when it comes to this, you can see that in this part they haven't given the initial price. They haven't given the initial price. They have given the profit amount. So you can see again that this is a profit and also the amount. So with respect to that, sorry, so you can see that if it's a profit, it should be that the selling price is higher than the purchasing. If the selling price is higher, the purchasing price should be lower. So it means the selling price minus the profit is equal to the purchasing. So so if we consider this, so profit, or let's say profit equals selling price minus cost. Yeah. So if we want to find the selling price, you just subject selling price. So P plus profit plus the purchasing cost is equal to selling price. Exactly. So we actually, sorry, we had to find the purchasing cost. Is it my bad? So then, yeah, exactly. So sorry, profit is selling price minus cost. So we have to find the selling price. No, we have to find the cost actually. Yes, my bad. The cost. Purchasing price is the cost. So you bring the cost to the other side. P plus C equals XP. Then you keep the C here. Then selling price minus the profit. The selling price is 1800 and this is 300. So when you subtract 300 from 1800, it is 1500. Simple as that. In this case, it's a bit different. So here loss is cost minus selling price. So what they are asking is the cost again. So for the cost, what I do is loss plus selling price. So what is the loss? 175 plus 750. 750 plus 175 and 5. So here again, now you can see in this context is about the water bottle. So they say it's a loss. If it's a loss, the production price is 350 itself. If they have 50 rupee loss, they have sold it for rupees 300. 300කට වික්කොත් 350කට ගත්ත ද්‍රව්‍ය 300කට වික්කොත් රුපියල් 50ක පාඩුවක් තියෙනවා. Then the mathematical, so here box of mathematical instruments again. So there's a profit of 75. This year had the part again 275 has got a 75 rupees profit, selling it for what price? So it's just 275 plus 75. 0, 1, 5, 350. Very simple. 350. If you will have any doubts by any chance, just put it in the comment section. We'll be more than happy to reply to that. Then an umbrella. So this is a loss again. This situation is similar to this. So then what you have to do is you have to add these two. 450 plus 100 is 550. Then a pair of slippers, the same thing. This situation is similar to I guess this one. Then you have to subtract 150 from 700, which is again 550. It's done. Find profitable businesses for each. So okay, find the more profitable business for each pair given below. Selling. So here in this context, in this type of question, find the more profitable business for each pair given below. So you can actually use the calculation and prove that which one is, or you can just state which one is by calculating. So I will, it's better always to show the calculations, because even if you have missed some parts, because for the method itself you might be able to get a few marks, I'm assuming. So with that, let's move on. Let's do this one. So you all should be able to do this one. So coconuts rupees 60, selling coconuts at 60, which is bought at 40. So it means 60 minus 40 is there's a rupee 20 profit. Jackfruits, selling jackfruits 60, which were bought at 50. Then what? Only 10 rupee profit. So it's better to have 20 rupee profit. Profit is the amount වැඩිපුර වාට හම්බෙච්ච මුදල. ඔයා මේ මොනවාද පොල් ගෙඩියක් රුපියල් 40ට අරන් 60ට විකුණනවා. ඔයාට හැම පොල් ගෙඩියම රුපියල් 20ක ලාභයක් තියෙනවා. රුපියල් 20ක profit එකක්. ඔයා ජැක් ෆෘට් එකක් කොස් ගෙඩියක් ඔයා රුපියල් 50ට අරගෙන විකුණන්නේ 60ට. ඒක රුපියල් 10යි තියෙනවා කොස් ගෙඩිය ගන්න. ඊට වැඩි ඔයාට පොල් මේ 40ට අරගෙන 60ට විකුණන එක ගොඩක් ලාභයි. ඇත්තටම දෙගුණයක් twice the profit. When this one you can see, so here selling pens at 15, it's bought at 10. එතකොට රුපියල් 5ක profit එකක් තියෙනවා. selling books at 28, it's bought at 25. එතකොට මෙතන තියෙන්නේ 25 ඉඳන් 23යිනේ. මෙතන තියෙන්නේ rupees 3යි. මෙතන තියෙනවා rupees 5. මේක තමයි ලාභ. profit වැඩි. higher profit. This also has a profit, but this one has a higher profit. So let's do a question like this. Maybe let's do question number 7. Okay. A vendor bought a stock of 50 onions. Onions තියෙනවා 50ක්. And each onion is 60 rupees. That's one onion. And sold 30 of it for the price of 80. Wait. 80 per kilogram. එතකොට 50ක් තියෙනවානේ. එතකොට අපි දැන් statements ලියද්දී ගන්නවනේ selling price. I'm going to make this a bit bigger. I'm going to increase the size so it's easy for me to write. So I will write it here. So then selling price of 30 kg onions is 30 into selling at 80. Here the invoice 2,400. Then here to sell the remaining stock of onions at a lesser price because they were close to getting spoiled. Due to this, the vendor neither made a profit nor incurred a loss from selling the whole stock of onions. Find the price at which the vendor sold it. Okay, this is a very good question. Very interesting. So this is selling price of remaining. So there was 50 kg and they sold 30 initially. So the remainder is, this is a very interesting question. I really love these type of questions. So this is remainder. So 50ක් තිබ්බනේ 50න් 30ක් මුලින් වික්ක දැන් ඉතුරු වෙන්නේ 20යි. 20 kg of onions. එතකොට මෙතන තියෙන්නේ 30 into මෙතන අපි දන්නේ නැති value එක. අපි දාමු මේක a කියලා. හරිද? අපි a කියන value එක දන්නේ නැහැ. equals something. හරිද? දැන් එයා මෙතන කියනවානේ due to this the vendor neither made a profit nor incurred a loss. ඒක no incurred a profit or no incurred a loss කියලා කියන්නේ මේ දෙකම විකුණපු ගාන සමාන වෙනවා. It will be equal to the amount he spent on buying 50 kg of onions for 60 rupees per kilogram. So ඒක බලමු. Initial cost for 50 kg of onions is 50 kg into කීයද ගත්තේ රුපියල් 60 ගාන. 60 ගාන. එතකොට 3000ක් ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවා. දැන් එතකොට දැන් so if this amount never not incurred a loss or a profit now, therefore 3000 should be equal to, or 3000 අපි ලියන්න පුළුවන් 3000 කියන්නේ මේ විදිහටම 50 into 60 should be equal to 30 into 80 plus 30 into a. දැන් මේකට සමානයි මෙන්න මේකට සමානයි මේකයි මේකයි. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙන්න මේක make equals make plus multiplication මොකුත් නෙමෙයි but මේ full part එක ගැන තමයි කියන්නේ මේ part එක ඇතුලේ multiplication තියෙනවා අපි if you consider the previous one when uh, we did fractions and all we considered the rule of what BODMAS remember yes good so that's the rule that we incorporated when we were doing fractions so exactly so here there is a bracket you can see then bracket එක ඇතුලේ තියෙන ටික solve කරලා ඉවර වෙලා after solving those ones which is inside the bracket then we equate so you know this comes to 3000 we found it here no so this 30 into 80 is 2400 plus but here is we don't know the value the thing we have to find is a what they're asking is find the price at which the vendor sold each kilogram of the remaining stock කියලා කියන්නේ 50න් 30ක් ගියාම ඉතුරුනේ 20යිනේ ඒ 20 එක කිලෝග්‍රෑම් එක කීයටද වික්කේ කියලා තමයි අහන්නේ price at which the vendor sold each kilogram කියන්නේ හැම ඒ ඉතුරු කිලෝ 20න් හැම ඒ ඉතුරු 20 කිලෝ 20 එක කිලෝග්‍රෑම් එකක් කීය ගන්නද වික්කේ කියලා එතකොට ඒක හොයන්න දැන් අපි මෙතන ගත්තා එතකොට මේ අපි a නේ හොයන්න ඕනේ 30 into a bracket ඊට පස්සේ අපි 3000 minus 2400 equals 30a එතකොට මේක අඩු කරාට පස්සේ ඉන්නේ 600 is 30a then 60 divided by 3 is a equals 20 දැන් මේ a equals 20 කියන එක represent වෙන්නේ මොකද්ද a equals 20 කියලා කියන්නේ මෙතන 50 kilograms තිබ්බා එයා 50 kilograms ගත්ත රුපියල් 60 ගන්න he had 50 kilograms of he bought 50 kilograms of onions 60 rupees per kilogram and sold 30 kilograms of it at 80 rupees and then sold the remaining 20 kilograms at 20 rupees and he did not get a profit nor a loss ගත්ත එයා කිලෝ 50ක් ගන්න වැය කරපු මුදල එයා ආයිත් ඒ ටික විවිධ ගණන් වලට විකුණුවේ එක එක ගණන් වලට විකුණුවේ ඒත් එයා මුලින් වැය කරපු ගානම තමයි යාට හම්බුනේ වැඩිපුරක් නෑ අඩුයි ඔය අපි තුන් පෑන් ඔයා ගන්නවා 100ක් පෑන් 100ක් ගන්නවා එක පෑනක් රුපියල් 10යි රුපියල් 1000ක් යනවා ඔයාට ආයිත් ඔයා පෑන් ඒ 10 ඒ ගත්ත 100 ඔයා විකුණලා ඔයාට ආයිත් රුපියල් 1000ක් හම්බුණා හා සමාන සිටුේෂන් එකක් තමයි මේ ඔයා පෑන් එක එක ගණන් වලට විකුණන්න පුළුවන් ඒ 100ම විකුණාට පස්සේ ඔයාට හම්බෙන total price එක if it's 1000 rupees it will be there you won't have a profit nor a loss then similar situations that they are talking about so this is actually coming to calculating the percentages sorry about that I hope you all are studying and doing well this is actually a new situation for everybody this COVID-19 so if you all are still if you all the ones who are listening here is actually in the COVID-19 era so in 2020 so you all know what I'm talking about if this is for future references for new people so this is a tough time for everybody who's learning from home okay so Ramesh and Suresh are two vendors. Ramesh owns clothing store. He sells a pair of trousers which he bought for 800 rupees at the price of 900. Suresh owns electrical item store. He sells electrical kettle he bought at 2500 and 2600. The profit earned by Ramesh was in trousers is 100 rupees. Profit earned by Suresh is this is something that you already know. Can you identify which of these two sellers engaged in more profitable sale if both had 5,000 each? Even though the profit earned by Ramesh and Suresh is equal, yes. You all can see that the profit amount is same. profit amount is 100 rupees. Then when they sell a product, the amount of the profit is 100 rupees. It's a constant, but the percentage of the profit is different. That's what we're actually going to find right now. Understood? Let's see. Even though the profit earned by Ramesh and Suresh is equal, it is clear that the amount of money each person spent on the order to earn the profit is not equal. Exactly. Metana, you can see that Ramesh got 100 rupees, Suresh got 100 rupees. But Ramesh had to spend 800 rupees to get 100, while Suresh had to spend 2,500 to get 100 rupees of profit. So that's why we are coming into the theory of calculating the percentages to make sure that which business could be more profitable compared to the other. Profit earned by Ramesh after spending 800 is 100. Profit earned by Ramesh as a fraction is 100 over 800. 800ක් යොදවලා 100ක profit එක. Incurred a cost of 800 and the profit you got was 100. The profit earned by Suresh after spending 2,500 is 100. Profit earned by Suresh as a fraction is 2,500 was spent to get 100 profit. So it's easier to compare the fractions. When you compare the fractions, you can see that this is definitely higher. So we are moving on to the percentages as well in the next step. So you can see that this is the higher fraction. මොකද 800න් 100ක් කියලා කියන්නේ ලොකු ගාණක් 2500න් 100ක් කියනට වැඩිය. So 100 from 800 is actually a higher value than 100 from 2500. Because the higher the denominator, you can see that in this situation the numerator is constant, but the denominator is the difference. So if the numerator is constant, the higher the denominator, the lesser the value. Now numerator is not equal, the more profitable is determined using the similar method. Since the compression of the fractions when the denominators are different could be difficult, these fractions are almost converted into percentages to facilitate the compression. Exactly. So this you can, if you're really good in maths, you can see that which one is higher, but it's a bit difficult. Like, I understand when I said that when the denominator is higher, you can see, but it doesn't come to situations where always the numerator is same. So here in this situation, coincidentally, the numerator is a constant. Then it's easy that you can see that these two are constants, then this is a higher value. But in different calculations, numerators won't be constants. So like there will be different values. So it's harder for you to compare. So that is why we are using the method of percentages. So here, the way that you are calculating is you multiply it by 100. एक percentage කියලා කියන්නේ ප්‍රතිශතය. ප්‍රතිශතය කියන්නේ 100ට කීයද? 100ට කීයද කියලා කියන්නේ ඔයා ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයාට රුපියල් 100ක් තිබ්බොත් ඔයාට ඒ 100න් ඔයාට කොච්චර ප්‍රමාණයක ඔයාට මේ කොච්චර ප්‍රතිශතයක ලාභයක් තියෙනවද? එතකොට what you do is you just multiply it by 100%. So for this, Ramesh's profit 100. It's a technical error again. Bear with me. Yes. So here, make it normal lega 100 over 800 into 100% is 12.25. And here, 100 over 2,500 into 100% is 4%. So what is the higher profit? If you invested the money in Ramesh's company rather than Suresh's company, you will get a 12.5% return. While in Suresh's company, you will only get a 4% return. What is higher? This is higher. So this is more favorable. So that's what they're explaining here. Profit earned, profit percentage, loss percentage is exactly the same thing when it comes to that. So these examples are pretty much everything is covered by the previous question itself. I don't know. So you just find the percentages. If this is a higher percentage, then that is the best. So this is a pretty similar calculations. Yes. I will be doing the questions, so you all don't need to worry. So in these type of questions, see, if the price is like Yes, sorry. So in these type of questions, there can be known variables, unknown variables. Sometimes they might ask the percentage itself. Sometimes they will keep the percentage and find the price, initial price, the cost occurred, whatever they can ask. That you all need to know the basic mathematical skills you all need and which is necessary. So you can switch it to different sides and get the exact variable that they're asking, cone it to one place. When you say cone it to one place, you put it, if always keep the unknown variable in one side of the equation. Either you can make it in the left side or you can put it in the right side. So you keep that corner. If you choose the left side, make sure that all the other variables will be in the right side. With the right side, make sure that all the other variables will be in the left side. So a සංඛ්‍යාතය hari දන්නේ නැති ඒ කියන්නේ ඒ නොදන්න ෆැක්ටර් එක ඉක්වේෂන් එකේ කියන්නේ සමාන ලකුණේ එක පැත්තකට වෙන් කරන්න. ඉතුරු ඔක්කොම දාන්න අනිත් පැත්තට. දකුණු පැත්තේ නම් වාගේ unknown variable එක තියෙනවා වම් පැත්තට දාන්න. වම් පැත්තේ නම් unknown variable එක දකුණු පැත්තට දාන්න. So here this is pretty much the fitted. Okay, never mind. So I'll be doing it anyway. Then per ගත්ත 400ට වික්ක 420ට 440ට profit එක. Profit එක 40යි 10%. ගත්තේ 600ට වික්ක 820ට there's a profit. Then the profit is 120. So here how do we find the 120? So here this was also found by the profit divided by the purchasing price. So here the profit is 120 where the purchasing price is 60. So this is into 100, sorry, then is 20% profit. Then here got the 1500, got it for 1500, then sold it for 1200, then it's a loss. So what is the amount of the loss? 300. Then again, so if it's 300 divided by 1500 into 100, 2 zeros, 2 zeros, yeah, this is again 20%, and 20%. So here they have given the percentage itself here, and they have given the percentage price. Then you can calculate. So you know it's a profit. So so here the unknown variable is, you don't know, x over 60 into 100 is equal to 60% again. So what you do is you keep the x here, then 60 into 60 divided by 100 is going to be the selling price. So 36. So so the actually, so this part is the 36 is the loss. So to find the selling price is, wait, this is actually, yes, so if this is 60%, is the 60%, this 36 is the loss. So what you have to do is 60 minus 36 is the initial value. So that is 4656, it's 24. Has sold it for 24 and had a third is 36. Oh, sorry, my bad. This is wrong. This is a profit. This is not a loss. This is a profit situation. So if it's a profit situation, what you do is 36 plus 60 is 690. 96. So this one will also be the same, and this is also for loss, pretty much the same. I will do the sixth one because you don't know the profit and loss. That's even easier. It's even easier. I will skip that part because you should be able to understand. If a vendor buys a pair of trousers for 500 and sells for 650, determine his profit and the profit percentage. Profit is 650 minus 500 is 150. Profit percentage 150 divided by initial amount is 500 into 100 equals, so is 30%. So I'm just going with my speed, so you all just calculate with your own speed. It doesn't matter as long as you get the answer correctly. Yes, so let's go a bit down to complete. If a bookseller earns a profit of 25% by selling a novel worth 3,300, calculate the selling price. Okay, so this is the amount this is the price that he bought it, right? So they're asking for the selling price. So to get 25% profit, you can do this in two ways. One way is you get the 25, you multiply 300 by 25%, and you add that to the initial 300. So profit එකට ඔයා initial ගාන එකතු කරාම selling price. Or you could directly find the selling price by considering 125%. මොකද 300 කියලා කියන්නේ 100% කියන එකනේ. ඔයාට මේක ගන්න පුළුවන්. I will show you the both methods. So method number 1. Method number 1. 300 into 25%. 25% කියන්නේ into 100. Okay, so metana 25 into 3 is 75. So this is the profit. ඔයාට එතකොට මේක selling price එක නම් SP equals cost plus profit. එතකොට 375. Or you could directly get 300 into 125. So in this context, so you can, if you don't consider zeros, it still come as like when you multiply 375. It's the same answer, because this is, so when you say, so this means actually 300 into 25%, 25 plus 300 into 25% plus 300 into 100%. So this is, when you cut these hundreds, it's again 300. It's the same thing. So it's like 300 කියලා කියන්නේ 100 බෙදීම 100ට තමයි. 100 බෙදීම 100 into 300 කියලා කියන්නේ ඒ value එකටම තමයි. වෙනසක් නැහැ. So you can use either methods. If it's not familiar to you all just stick with the normal ones and make sure that you add the initial amount, because definitely if they are asking the value, the final value, make sure that you add the initial selling price ekata. Don't put the profit. That's one of the mistakes that everybody does. Even I used to make that mistake, putting the profit as 75. No, 75 is the profit, and if you put the selling price, you have to add the initial amount. Then we'll go a bit down. If vendor incurs a loss of 5% by selling an electric for rupees 28,100, calculate its percent price. So this is the complete opposite. So Metana here sold it, sold for 28,000. Sorry about that. 28,500. Just checking my pen. Yes, so in this context, so the So x into 5% will be a value. Then let's say this is a. Then a plus x will be equal to 2008. So this is the situation that you will definitely need the second method I taught you before. So it's pretty much, so x into, so we could say that so the profit the so so directly that we have to find x is the price that they sold it for. So x into, so this 5% you add it for you add it to the 100%. 105% is equal to 28,500. So this egg, I will write it more. 105 over 100 equals 2850. X equals 28500 into 100 divided by 105. So let me check my calculator. Yes. So 2850 into 100 over 105 is 27,142.85. So he has uh, this I considered the question wrong. My apologies. So I consider this as the profit and I was wrong. This is a loss. So the entire part that I discussed is wrong. Just consider that if you all pause the video, just consider this part as uh, as something. Yes, sorry. Just consider that part in a situation if this was considered as a profit. So it's not in vain. Definitely, my apologies that I read the question as a profit. So again, this is a loss. That is something that you definitely need to highlight and remember. Yes. Sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. Then so here, if it's a 5% loss, it means that the initial amount is x into 95%. So if they sold it for 28,500, the selling price is 28,500, the cost of the price should be definitely higher. So that is why here you get 100% minus this 5% is 95%. That's how you calculate. X into 95% equals 28,500. X equals 928500 into 100 over 95. The answer is 2 over 95 is 30,000 rupees. So it means මෙයා රුපියල් 30,000කට ගත්ත ඉලෙක්ට්‍රික් කවුන්ට් එකක් ස්ටෝව් එකක් 28,000කට විකුණනවා මාරු මේ 5% loss එකක් තියාගෙන. ඒ කියන්නේ 30,000ට ගත්ත එකක් 5% loss තියාගෙන වික්කම 28,000ක් හම්බෙනවා. නැත්තම් 28,000කට විකුණුවේ බඩුවක් 5% loss එකක් තියාගෙන. එතකොට කීයට ගත්ත බඩුවක්ද විකුණේ 28,500ට? 5% loss එකක් තියාගෙන 30000ට ගත්තා. Discounts and commissions. So discounts and commissions කියලා කියන්නේ discounts and commissions කියලා කියන්නේ ඔයා බඩුවක් ගන්නකොට ඔයාට වට්ටමක් දීමනාවක් දෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ. It's again it's a percentage. එතකොට if you're buying a phone for 50,000 and they say you're getting a 20% discount, it means you're getting a discount of 20%. 20% කියලා කියන්නේ into 20 over 100. එතකොට ඔයාට මේ you will get a, if you get 50,000 you will get a 10,000 discount of rupees 10,000 discount. This is not a percentage. රුපියල් 10,000ක වට්ටමක් දෙනවා. එතකොට ඔයාට ඇත්තටම ගන්න ප්‍රයිස් එක ඔයාට හම්බෙන ප්‍රයිස් එක 50,000 ඍණ 10,000 equals ඔයාට හම්බෙන්නේ 40,000ට ෆෝන් එක. එතකොට ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එක 20% ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එක කියන්නේ ඔයාට 10,000ක ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් 10,000ක මේ ලාභයක් මේ වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඔයාට ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දීලා තියෙන 20%. මේක තමයි ඔය කියන්නේ. So that's pretty much it. And so when it comes to yes, so when it comes to commissions, it's pretty much the same thing, but here when you are coming to commission, so a note issued by a company which facilitates the sales property, vehicles and houses to show the raw picture, while such companies find customers for these kinds of sales. Once the deal is over, a certain percentage of the value transaction is charged by the company. ඒ කමිෂන් එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ පර්සන් ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ ඔයා බඩුවක් ගන්නකොට ඔයාට ලැබෙන වට්ටම. It's like if you're buying something, you will be buying it for a lesser price, so they are giving a discount for us. එතකොට if you will be paying an amount which is less than the actual value of the product, but for commissions you will be paying a bit more than the actual price of the product. එතකොට ඔයාට කමිෂන් එකක් වෙනක පාඩුයි, හැබැයි ඩිස්කවුන්ට් ලැබෙන ලාභයි. It's the same thing. I will just zoom it out a bit. This actually comes to indexation. Yes. So we'll do some random questions in the middle. A 5% discount is offered. Yes. A 5% discount is offered when a television is a set of mark price 25,000. How much is it offered as a discount? එතකොට රුපියල් වලින් කියන්නේ. එතකොට හොයන්න ඕනේ 25,000 into 5/100. this is ඔයාට 1250ක එකක් හම්බෙනවා. මේක තමයි මේ පොතේ. Find the selling price of the television set is minus 1,250. Equals 23,750. So that is that. Third question. I love these type of questions. This is comparing which discount is better. So මෙතන parts දෙකක් තියෙනවා. shop A and shop B, if I'm reading it correctly, reduction. Okay. Shop A එකේ කියන්නේ discount percentage එක බඩුවෙන් මෙච්චර percentage එකක් අඩු කරනවා කියලා. shop B එකේ කියන්නේ ඔයාට මෙන්න මෙච්චර ගාණක් අපි constant අඩු කරලා දෙනවා. constant අඩු කරලා දෙනවා. අපි ඒක බලමු. So two notices displayed during the festive season for two shoe shops which sells the same types of shoes are given. Shop A discount of 8% on all purchases. මොන product එකක් ගත්තත් 100ට දෙනවා. 8% of a discount. Shop B, a reduction of 100 rupees on all purchases of value greater than 1000. මේ 1000 වලට වැඩිය ගන්න හැම එකටම 1000 වලට වැඩිය ගත්තොත් ඒ ගත්ත එකෙන්ට රුපියල් 100ක discount එකක් දෙනවා. දැන් අපි බලමු මොකක්ද හොඳ කියලා. Under different circumstances, different ones will be better. How much needs to be paid when purchasing a pair of shoes of marked price from 1500 in shop A? එතකොට කීයක් ගෙවන්න ඕනද? කීයක් ගෙවන්න ඕනද කියලා කියන්නේ discount එකක් ලැබෙන්නේ. discount එකක් ලැබෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ 8% discount එකක්. එතකොට අපිට පුළුවන් 100% වලින් 8% අඩු කරාම හම්බෙන 92%. නේ? හරිනේ? එතකොට ඔයා ගෙවන්න ඕන 92%. 1500 into 92 over 100. 1500 into ගෙවන්න ඕනේ 1380 rupees. This is percentage. This is the value sign. How much needs to be paid when you're purchasing a pair of shoes marked 1500 B shop? එතකොට කෙලින්ම 1000 පැන්නම 100ක discount එකක් කියන්නේ 1500 minus 100. Simple as that. 1400. එතකොට ඔයාලට බලන්න ඔයාලට like if you all see, you can see that you're buying a 1500 rupee pair of shoes from each shop, but you will be paying a lesser amount when you buy from shop A. What is the discount percentage offered by shop B for this pair of shoes? Okay, that's a good question. When they ask the discounted percentage, so what we have to see is, so the cost is 1500. You bought it for 1400. එතකොට බලන්න ඕනේ discount percentage එක බලන්න නම් then 1500 minus 1400 is 100. එතකොට වාට රුපියල් 100 ලැබිලා තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඔයා බලන්න ඕනේ 100 over 1500 into 100%. ඔයාට මෙතෙන්ට ලැබිලා තියෙන්නේ 6.67% percentage discount එකක් තමයි ලැබිලා තියෙන්නේ මෙන්න මේකට. Is it more beneficial for a customer to buy a pair of shoes from shop B or shop A? Shop A or shop B? Mithana, this question is not exactly right, but this question comes under the situation of if you have only 1500. So if you have 1500, what the mithana hambela thina nang 8% percentage එකක් 8% discount එකක් ලැබිලා තිනවා මෙතන 6%. Obviously 8% is higher. එතකොට ඔයාලට ගෙවන්න තියෙන ගාණ අඩුයි. මොකද ඔයාලට මේක 1400 ගෙවන මේක 1380. So what is beneficial? Shop A. Got it? Let's go somewhere here. A company charges a commission of 3% on the sale of the land when selling a land of 50,000. Yeah, 50,000. Yeah. So it's like pretty much I would say 5 million. Yeah, 5 million. Yeah. How much needs to be paid as the commission? Commission into 3. Commission will be you have to pay an amount of 150,000 as the commission. How much does the landowner receive after paying the commission? So a company charges a commission to the land when selling the land. So landowner receive after paying commissions. Landowner. A company charges a commission on selling a land. When they are selling the land, a company charges a 5%. A company charges a commission of 3% on the sale of a land when selling a land worth 50,000. Okay, so pretty much in the situation, the person is the one who's selling, then the company is the one who's buying. Then it's pretty much, I would say, this minus 150. Answer is let's go to the 8th one. A person who sells this vehicle is left with this amount after paying 30,000 to the broker. What is the selling price of the vehicle? So okay, selling price of the vehicle. Who sells this vehicle? Yeah, විකුණන්නේ 5,70,000 after paying. What is the selling price? So selling price is already, so this is the amount. So selling price of the vehicle is 570,000 plus 30,000. Then it's 6 lakhs. What is the commission percentage charged by the broker? 30,000 into is into 100%. Sorry, that is 60. Is 5%. 5%. We'll go to miscellaneous exercise. This is the same thing. Amal. I have a friend called Amal in my campus. Amal, who is a car dealer, purchases a car for 5 million. He intends to sell. So this is the buying rate. He intends to sell the car at 6 million. However, he gives a discount of 3% on this price to the buyer and a commission of 12% to a broker. Determine Amal's profit. So in this sense, you have to remember discount එකක් දෙනකොට, so here this is a very interesting question. So this type of questions are a bit difficult, I must say, but the theory and it's very interesting in my perspective. I'm not sure whether you all will share the same opinion. You all might not. So here, so what we've learned in this in doing this, if we are the ones who are actually buying the product, if we receive a discount, it's good for us. But if we are charged a commission, we will have to pay more. Yeah. So then we have to remember that when he gives a discount, so when considering Amal's profit, that on this price to the buyer, he gives a discount of 3% on this price to the buyer and a commission to the, so it's in the sense that Amal has to pay a commission to the broker. If Amal is paying, it means Amal's profit is decreasing. So in this sense, both, because Amal is the one who is giving a discount. Amal is not receiving a discount. So, a discount at the and commission So don't think that discount is something that you get that like is reduced plus. So in this case, because he's giving the discount, don't consider it as it's a value addition for a profit he's getting, or as a commission a value addition. Both of them is something that which will be deducted from his profit. So here I've changed the color. Yeah, I will take color green. Okay, so discount of 3%. එතකොට එයාගේ මේකෙන් යනවා මේ වැලියු එකෙන් යනවා 3% යනවා. එයාට ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකකට පාඩුවක් වෙනවා. ඊට අමතරව 2% උත් broker කෙනෙක්ට යනවා from this. So total amount percentage what will be remaining from him? What will be the reduction? 5%. 5% හැදුනේ this 3% plus 2%. So 5% මේ යට loss එකක් තියෙනවා මේ 6 million වලට දෙන එක. එතකොට 6 million වලට දෙන එකේ අපි તો 5% නම් 100% වලින් 5% අඩු කරාම ඉන්නේ 95%. I will pick another color. It looks a bit light. Yeah, gray is good. So 95%. එතකොට so here 6 million into 95% is 5700123. So this is the price that he will be getting as this is actually the price he will be getting when he's selling the car. Okay, this is not his profit. Okay, this is not his profit. His profit is he bought it for 5 million. So 577 is minus is he's getting a profit of 700,000. Understood? This is a very tricky question. You will have to read it carefully, and here the point that I have to remember that you have to pay attention is who gives the discount to whom. So here this is talking about the perspective of the car dealer. He is giving the discount. එයා නම් කාට discount එක දෙන්නේ එයාගෙන් තමයි සල්ලි අඩු වෙන්නේ. අපිට discount එක receive වෙන එකනට ලාභයි. ඒත් දෙන එක්කෙනාගේ පැත්තෙන් බැලුවොත් කැපෙනවා. එයා broker කෙනෙක්ට ගෙවනවා නම් commission එකක් ඒක ගෙවන්නෙත් එයා. එතකොට එයාගේ අතින් තවත් සල්ලි කැපෙනවා. තේරෙනවද? Then so this is a summary. So profit is selling price minus the cost. Loss is cost minus selling price. So profit percentage is profit over the initial cost. Loss percentage is loss over the buying price. And it brings us to the end of the session. I hope this was a very if this was like online class, it would have been more interactive. If you all have any questions, like to discuss and answer it right on that specific question would have been so much better. But I think this definitely was helpful. I think because I'm incorporating different teaching styles here, so I think it was helpful. So this brings us to the end of the chapter 4. So we are done with 4 chapters now each week. So I hope you all are keeping track, doing all the exercises and studying new lessons in school as well, because it's not going to be very easy, but it's not going to be it's not that it's hard. It's goes as a process, like keeping in track of what you do. If you do your day-to-day work, the exam will be a piece of cake. It's that simple. So this brings us to, as I said again, this brings us to the end of the session for the chapter number 4. I will see you again in the chapter number 5. So thank you all of you all for listening. I guess this was helpful for you all. If you all have any questions regarding this chapter, drop a comment. Uh, Drop a comment in this video itself, so it's easier for us to keep track and help you all throughout. And so that's what. So I'll see you all with the chapter 5. And just to remind you also, I'm Rotaract Pasandev J. Surya with the Road to A Plus initiative conducted by the Rotaract Club of NSBA. So I'll see you guys next time. Stay home, stay safe, and keep studying.